Hey, what's up everybody? Pokegemz here. Today we are going to be doing an awesome art project together. Guys, easy, simple, step by step for you guys to be able to follow along. But before we get started, guys, please make sure to smash that like button. Give me a subscribe. That way you guys won't miss out on any future videos. Guys, also do me one favor. Leave a comment down below saying I subscribed, and I will personally get back to every one of your comments. Alright guys, let's get back to the video and let's do some art together. Alright guys, let's get started on our drawing of Patrick. Here's just basically a piece of scratch paper to show you kind of what Patrick looks like. I mean, picture basically like a teardrop or a big raindrop with some wings and some legs. If you kind of picture that, then you can get an idea when you start drawing Patrick of what he's going to look like. Alright guys, so the way I start out most of my drawings, when I draw cartoons, when I draw faces, usually I start with the eyes. I start with something that's fairly small enough that you can kind of work from. Because if you start, I know some artists start with the whole body first and then they work down to the small items. But personally, me, like I said, I start with something small, something I can work out of. That's the way I've been drawing my whole life. That's the way I'm going to show you guys here. So we start with the eyes. As you see, one eye is basically like an oval, then the other eye connected to it. We make a small face underneath there, and then Patrick's got this long, really elongated mouth. So we'll kind of do it long like this, a little bit sharper on one end, rounder on the other. As I told you guys on the last drawing when we did Spongebob, the best way to draw a tongue, like a cartoon tongue, is basically think about it as like a flat heart. So as you see, that's what that tongue looks like. After that, we'll throw some eyelashes on there, some big dark ones right over the eyes. And then his head kind of just extends out like a cone. Guys, as you know, on most of my drawings, actually all of my drawings, I almost always start with pencil because it is easy to erase. You know, as you see, I sketch here a little bit lighter, and then I kind of keep looking back and forth at my drawing, and as soon as I'm not happy with something, you know, I'll erase and then keep going over it until I'm happy. And then later, you know, when we get later into the drawing, you'll see when I will go over it with marker. But that's the way I do it. So once we got the cone head, then we got to do his body. Now, I mean, think of Patrick. He's a chubby guy, so he's got that big, long stomach. So kind of like this. It's basically like the bottom of the teardrop here. So kind of like a big, rounded over stomach. And then you're going to end it right in the middle because that's where you're going to do one of his legs. So one of his legs will look like it's coming out of the body, and the other one kind of coming out the bottom there. But we'll get there in a second. His arms. Alright, his arms are pretty easy, guys. The top of the arm is basically just a straight line, and then it slightly rounds over at the top and then angles inward. So almost think of like a shark fin. I know whenever I draw Patrick, I always think of a shark fin. So kind of think that way. Look to your other side, and then the other one you're going to do the same way. And then if you do it this way, where on the other side you kind of continue into the body, it gives it that 3D effect. Because if you do it the same way I did the left side, you know, it just looks like a drawing, but this way it gives you that 3D effect as if you were standing there. I'm going to do the same thing with the legs here, guys. Same thing. One leg comes off the body, and then the other leg goes into the body. And then once again, it gives you that effect as if you were really just standing there sideways looking at you. Once you get that done, connect the other side of the body, and there you go. That's the basic body of Patrick. Now you're going to connect the legs. We're going to give him almost some pants legs here. There's the other side right there. We're going to connect it together, and that's it. Once we do that, we got to give him some feet. Very similar to the arms. The only difference is they're a little bit shorter and just a little bit thicker, but kind of the same thing. Think once again of a shark. Think of a shark fin. That's the way I like to think about it. Now across, Patrick's got a belt. So basically right across his tummy there. Now we've got the bottom of the belt right across there. Again, just a really light pencil sketch. We'll give him a belly button just to give it some effect right there. And then later we'll color everything in. Once we're done with that, as you know, Patrick's got his Hawaiian shorts on, so we want to give him some effect of those flowers, that design that he always has. So it's basically almost like a half of a clover. We'll do one right on top and then one kind of coming off his pant leg. Once again, on the right side to kind of make it look as if he's standing sideways looking at us. I think right here I'm going to go ahead and erase this part a little bit. To me, that head wasn't coned enough. You know, Patrick's head on top is a little bit thinner. So as you see, you know, that's why I always use a pencil. You know, I kind of look back and look at what I think I need to erase. And then once I'm happy, then at that point, I'll go ahead and get a marker and then start going over it. And even while I'm doing it with the marker, sometimes there's certain things I want to change a little bit. So I kind of go over it because later I will erase all of my pencils. So it shouldn't be a problem there. The eyelashes, we're going to color those. We're going to go over the eyes and basically go over the whole thing with your Sharpie. And then later we'll erase. Fill in the eyes right here just to give them those nice, thick, googly eyes. Guys, let me just tell you really quickly, this is a little series that I'm doing here on Patrick, on SpongeBob. Some of the SpongeBob characters, you guys have asked for me to do some different characters. So we did the SpongeBob Squarepants drawing the other day, so you guys can check that out in a little bit. Here we're doing Patrick. I think we might do Sandy, maybe Mr. Krabs. Let's see how we feel. Let's see the comments that we get. Guys, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you would like me to draw. Which other of these SpongeBob characters, and not only SpongeBob, any other cartoon type characters that you'd like to see me draw, you know, that you'd like to see a tutorial on, how to draw them, how to color them. I want to do basically what you guys are looking for. So let me know in the comments below. Any kind of constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. Alright guys, let's get back to the picture. So as you see, once I'm done with my marker, I'm pretty happy with it. Then I'll go through with my eraser, take everything off, take the rest of the pencil off, and then like I told you guys yesterday, I like to get used to using this paintbrush here to sweep all the eraser away. In this case, it is a permanent marker, wouldn't make a difference, but sometimes I use markers that could smear, so you want to be careful with that. All right, let's start coloring. Guys, in this case, I am using the coloring markers by Coric here. It's a really good marker. It does smudge a little bit sometimes, so you do have to be careful when you're going over the black. These are the colors that I use that appeared on the screen right now. Of course, you can use any color you want, guys, any marker. I also use a lot of coloring pencils. That's fine too. Guys, keep in mind, if you're interested in any of the materials that I use, any of the markers that I use, any of the pens, any pencils, you guys, you've seen me use the charcoal pencil before, all kinds of things like that. If you are interested in purchasing those exact items, guys, look down below in the description. I have a link to every single item that I use for my Amazon page. Guys, I spent a lot of time browsing through Amazon, finding those products, and not only finding those products, but finding the best store to buy them at, where a lot of you can get free shipping, you can get them at a great price. So guys, use my link down below, get those items, and then you can have every one of these, especially these Copic markers. I tell you guys, I've been using these for probably a few months now, and unfortunately they're not the cheapest thing in the world, but guys, they are amazing. They are really truly amazing. I mean, they have just this super sharp tip, as you see when I'm coloring here. It's literally almost like using a really nice paintbrush. They dry really clean. Once I'm done with the first coat, I will go over the second time just to give it a nice solid second coat. They come in a lot of colors. Personally, guys, I only bought about 10 colors, the 10 primary colors. They do have a set of like 50 or 60 colors if you want to spend a fortune. But yeah, these markers are really, really good if you want a really, really high-end, high-quality marker. You guys have heard me say before, you get what you pay for. So, you know, you get a marker that's 25 cents each and you get a marker that's $5 each. You know, you'll see the difference there. But anyway, let's get back to our painting. Yeah, we're almost done with painting the body. As you see here, look at that sweeping motion. I mean, using these marker, guys, it's literally feels like you're painting. So just an amazing, amazing quality marker. Same thing on the arms. We're going to do the same thing on the feet. As you guys always see, the way I color, always do the border first and then go across the middle. That way you could have nice sharp lines. And then later you'll see what I will do is I'll go over all the exterior black lines again with a marker just for that finishing touch all the way at the end. We'll let this dry for just a couple seconds here, and then we'll do the feet. Same thing on the feet there. Go over them, stay on your lines, and then we'll move on to the next color after that. All right, guys, let's move on to Patrick's shorts. You guys know he's got those Bermuda type Hawaiian shorts. I think the main color is a green. So once again, I am using the Copic marker. This is a standard green color. The link is down below. I will put the link to every single color where you can even buy them too. So again, just go over it with the green, and then we'll do the purple highlights in the flower part, and we'll basically be done with the main coloring portion. Yeah, guys, I gotta tell you, the main thing that I love about these markers is look at how precisely you can get into those edges. I mean, the tip of this marker is literally like razor thin, but it just paints just like a paintbrush, so you can really get up to that line perfectly. And then most of them also have the other side just a flat part. If you're coloring a large surface, you can use the flat side there. But yeah, that way you can keep it going nicely. And like I said, once it dries, you can go over it with a second coat, and it just looks absolutely perfect. All right, guys, this is the last part right here. We're gonna take the purple marker out now, and then do the inside design with purple, and that's basically it. We'll be done with Patrick's shorts there. All right, let's do the inside of Patrick's mouth. Guys, I didn't have that same marker in a darker pink, but I went to my second favorite, which is the Caliart markers. Again, these are linked down below. A little bit less expensive, but absolutely amazing marker at a great price. I think there's about, I want to say you can get a set of 40 for just around $20 in various colors. So I used like a really dark rose pink, and then I used the light pink for his tongue. And guys, I'm going to use that same one. You guys know that Patrick has almost like these little blemishes, just like starfish usually do, just to kind of highlight it a little bit more. So again, I'm going to use the Caliart darker pink to put that on there, and then it just really pops and makes him look really, really cool with those little blemishes there. Guys, like I told you before, what I usually like to do at the end is go over it just one more time, make those edges perfectly dark. In this case, personally, I love this Papermate marker. It's like a really fine black point Papermate marker. Just gives it a perfect highlighted, perfect sharp edge. Most of my drawings you guys see me do, I do this when I'm basically done, and then I'll go over it one more time. I'm not going to bore you guys in this video, but at the end you'll see I'll go over the whole thing one more time with the green, purple, and the pink, just to really highlight it, get rid of some of those lines, and give it a nice second coat of paint, so to speak, to make it look perfect. So the end result you'll see here in a minute will have both coats on it, but that way that gives you guys an idea. Like I said, this is the second picture of the series. The first one was SpongeBob himself. I gave you guys a tutorial how to draw SpongeBob. So guys, the link is up there right in the corner. Hit on that when we're done here. Check out the SpongeBob link. I think you'll really, really enjoy the way that SpongeBob turned out here. I mean, look at the way that these really pop when you go over it. I mean, it's fine the way it was, but you go over it one more time, guys. That's my little art tip of the day. When you're done, you're all happy with your drawing, go over all the primary lines one more time and look at how much better that looks. Look how much that really pops out. I mean, it is just absolutely perfect, guys. Guys, that's basically it. I mean, we are done. That is Patrick. If you liked this video, if you want to see more videos, guys, please hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss out on any videos whatsoever. The other thing is, guys, please don't forget that I am on TikTok. I post every single day on TikTok. We post 3 times a week on YouTube and on Instagram. So if you can, check us out on Instagram. Check me out on TikTok. Give me a subscribe. Give me a like. I would really appreciate that. And don't forget, down below, you've got the links of every single product I use. Guys, see you on the next one.